All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. How is everyone doing? So let me bring up the data for today. So we really had nothing all day. This was this morning. All right, we had non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings. That was all at 8:30. I saw someone posted in the chat. Biden is speaking on September jobs report and National Manufacturing Day at White House at 11:30 Eastern. All right, just to make sure you guys know that. I'll post that in the watch list section. Okay. So definitely important and could definitely move the market. So just make sure you guys are aware of that. Okay. What is up, everyone? So everything's down here. SPY down to 1%, Q's down 1.2%. Weakness everywhere, right? Weaknesses everywhere. Right, all the seven biggest stocks: Amazon, Google, Tesla, Meta. Excuse me, just said metal. Everything's going lower based on the September jobs data. Right, so very weak open, that's for sure. So here's SPY. Based on the chart, right? Yesterday we broke out end of day. We ended up pulling back a little bit. We have higher lows put in place, but we're gapping down 0.9% here. Big level I'm going to be watching today is 420.18, which is the low from October 3rd, or so this Tuesday. But below that, right, we have a pretty significant level below that. Right, this previous resistance acted as resistance here at 418.31. So if we do drop down below 420.18, watch for a move to 418.3. Okay. So just watch for a move there. But it looks pretty weak, right? Overall weakness in the entire market. So, we could potentially see a lot more weakness today. Q's now 1.15% here. Let's close out this drawing and let's redo it. So, we've been rejecting this trend here. All right, we could draw it like that. We could draw it like that. This looks a little bit cleaner. We could also draw it like this. Right, there's a few ways we could do that here. All looks good. Every way it looks good. Right, we have this previous support here, higher lows put in place, still in this big wedge. Right, we tried to break out yesterday, couldn't do it. Right, we had this previous support here, which I thought we were going to actually push out yesterday, but it ended up not happening. This looks like a bigger level right here, so I'm going to draw it right there. Right, we had a double top there, support here, and I thought we were going to push through, but we ended up not breaking out, so it is what it is. Okay. Today though, right, so we have this previous support here that we could watch for it to see if it rejects or not. Below that, we have this previous support, which if this breaks, it looks pretty weak. Looks definitely pretty weak. Here's AMD. All right, take a look at AMD. All right, so AMD tried playing this breakout, couldn't break out, ended up rejecting, sold for a loss. It is what it is. We move on. All right, support. We're getting very close to it again. We'll see what happens, but if it can hold 99.51 again, looks pretty good to go long there again. So we'll keep an eye on that. Coin. All right, coin. We had 40% yesterday on that trade. Ended up closing red. Huge pullback here, right? You could see this candle just totally pulled back on us. Again, need to just manage risk and that's it. We move forward. You want to play downside, but it's already down 1.2%. Yeah, definitely is tough. You know, hopefully we don't chop, just like Elliot said. But we'll see. So coin's still in this range, but down 3.2%. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. Let's see. Apple. So Apple ended up breaking out end of day yesterday. Very interesting. Broke out through 174.3, pushing up to the upside, and now it's right below it again, down 0.8%. But everything else is super weak, so again, playing upside's a little tough here. Tesla down 2.9%. All right, we kind of had this double top here into that previous resistance or that support. Now we're right back in the range of where we, were before that breakout happened. Meta's right at the bottom of this range, right? Higher lows, lower highs, support, sitting right there. That 1.6% looks pretty weak. All right, might break down today. Might break down. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Move this. No setup really here on NVIDIA. Shop down 2.7%. Thought we were going to be able to hold that wedge, but we're dropping down now. We have a previous support at 50.59 with a gap to fill to the downside. We could definitely watch Shop today. Right, if Shop breaks 50.59, we do have a gap to fill all the way down here. Right to this zone. 47.97. So that's something to keep an eye on. Pretty big level here, 50.59. Yeah, I mean, regarding all the data coming out, there's really nothing bullish, I think, coming out in the future. Mortgage rates are at lows, at highs, but fewer and fewer people are taking out loans. Right, rates are just too high. People can't afford it. Inflation's super high. Companies are slowing down. We'll see. That's just my estimate. Is I just can't really see much positive data coming out in the near future. Everything's looking pretty red. Let's keep it going. Amazon's also at this range, at the bottom of this range. I'm trying to move this here. There we go. Right, 124.25. We have a double bottom here. Yeah, highest credit debt too. Anyone who has investments, also, any commercial buildings, even residential buildings. If they have to refinance, I saw there was like trillions of debt coming due. These people are going to have to refinance into rates that are double what they are right now. So they're all going to have to sell for lower amounts. Values are coming down. Rates are going higher. High credit card debt. People not paying back. Government just dishing out money left and right to other countries. Nothing's really looking too good, in my opinion. So we'll have to, but again, just play the chart. If this, then that. Can't let that get to you. Just gotta play the chart. Amazon looks pretty weak today. We can look at that for downside also today. Let's see. Rivian, huge loss yesterday. 22% on Rivian. Absolutely got drained. Crazy. PayPal has this wedge here, bear flag, and it's breaking down. Textbook move. Absolute textbook move. Microsoft's also kind of set up for a textbook move too. Right, higher lows, lower highs, bear flag. Right, if this gets dropped, 314.9, it looks like we might drop down to this previous low here. Bab has been just nothing, and Square's been getting killed. Look at this Square chart, just brutal. Absolutely brutal. 80 to 40 since July. August, pretty much. So we'll watch SPY today. We'll see if this drops down. Qs, we could see if this starts to drop too. Everything looks super, super weak. Shop, gonna watch this 50.59 level. Amazon gonna watch this to the downside. Right, for a move below 123. And that's it. That is it. VIX, let's take a look. So VIX, we have this resistance at 20.88, right? Resistance, resistance. So if that gets hit today, we're going to see way more downside. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too. I have some really good ideas, guys, for, you know, TradeProElite. There's some big things coming soon. I don't know if I want to say it yet, but I have a lot of ideas for, you know, what's to come. So if you're a member, great. If you're not, join up. There's some good things coming. I'm going to wait to announce it. But just stay tuned. A lot of coming. A lot of stuff coming. Meta's at 300 again. Yeah, Meta's sitting right at 300. Big support level. Let's take a look at the daily here. Huge consolidation. I mean, look at this run up though. Right, massive, massive run up from 88 to 326. You know, just since the last year. Absolutely crazy move. The last year, just up, 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 and then since July, we've just been moving sideways, which is totally normal, right? You know, the market has to consolidate at some point. So this is definitely setting up for another crazy move, you know, for, you know, future months, right? This is the daily, so it is a longer time frame, but it is looking very, very good in these high time frames. All these names are kind of, right? Look at Tesla. Tesla, right? Kind of putting in higher lows, lower highs, right? It's flagging, you know, it's flagging on a higher time frame. It all looks decent on a higher time frame. Right? Look at this daily. I mean, that looks pretty solid. That looks great, actually. Taking calls, you know, a few weeks out is not a bad idea if it can hold here. Google rising wedge. Let's take a look. It's too extended. You know, potentially. Yeah, it's very extended, which is fine. Let's inverse this, right? Like if it was to here, right, a rising wedge, or, you know, this is just a bearish falling wedge, I guess you could say, right? If we look at it on this time frame, right, a lot of people would want to trade this at the break of here. Right, we do have this resistance here, so we could use 132.95 as a trigger, right, and play downside there, right? Risk to reward is pretty solid, right? You can enter here, or let me actually inverse this because, right, so you enter here for a short, stop loss is right there, price target to high, right? It's a 2.2 risk to reward. You know, if you enter at the break of this level, it's a 3-to-1 risk to reward. So, you know, it's pretty solid. Yeah, everything tanked this morning from data. Yep. I like looking at these charts inverted. It's just a good refreshment. Yeah, coin looks pretty bearish. Look at AMD also. Right, this trend line here. So if AMD 99.51 breaks, it's a great area to go short. Amazon, look at Amazon. So here's the inverse of Amazon, right? Resistance, resistance, resistance. We're breaking through. Yeah, so Smith's definitely going to look at this to go short at open, along with shop potentially. Right, we could look at both of those. And then SPY. Right, we have this trend line. We could definitely go short at open too. You know, looks pretty solid. And QQQ, we can even go short also. For a move to 351. Alright. You got it. You got it. All right, so I'm going to go set up the Zoom. If anyone has any questions, let me know. But there's some decent setups today. It is Friday. Don't risk more than you're willing to lose. Biden speaking at 11:30. So, you know, make sure you remember that. And if anyone has any questions, send me a chat in the Discord. All right. I will see you guys on the Zoom. If everyone could drop a like before you head out, I would appreciate it also. Drop a like, drop a like, drop a like. Smash that like button. Helps out more than you know.